Hello everyone, I'm Elsa, and today I'm taking you on a journey back in time to one of the most influential stories ever written, Frankenstein. The masterpiece of Mary Shelley, a brilliant English writer who began crafting this novel when she was just 18 years old. But today, we're not just talking about monsters, we are stepping into a world filled with change, hope, fear, and questions that still shake the human heart to this very day. The story of Frankenstein takes us to the early 19th century, a time when the world trampled under a rise of science and the unstoppable wave of the Industrial Revolution. Humanity began to challenge religion itself, replacing faith with reason and miracles with machines. But Mary Shelley saw more than just progress, she saw its danger. So she wrote Frankenstein as a warning, asking one haunting question.
If humans could create life, then who will take responsibility for that life?
And to understand this question truly, we must return to the heart of the story, its plot, its themes, and the history that gave it life. In this video, we'll explore the overall plot of Frankenstein, the key themes Mary Shelley wanted to express, how the history of her time shaped the story, and finally, the lasting message she left behind. But first, let's dive into the story itself. A story of an ambitious scientist and a creature that never asked to be born. A story that questions the limits of science and the responsibility of man toward his own creation. Victor Frankenstein, a young passionate scientist, becomes obsessed with one daring idea to create life itself. He gathers pieces of the date, and through his experiments, he succeeds. But when his creation opens its eyes, Victor is overcome with fear and hatred. The creature rejected and abandoned becomes filled with loneliness, anger, and revenge. It hunts Victor down, destroying everything he loves, one by one. And in the end, both creator and creation are destroyed, consumed by sorrow, guilt, and tragedy. The main theme of Frankenstein is dangerous ambition, the kind that destroys both the creator and the creation. Victor Frankenstein dreams of defying nature. He doesn't just want to learn, he wants to become like God, to bring life into existence with his own hands. But when his creation awakens, he runs away in fear, and that was the beginning of his downfall. His obsession devours his soul, his family, and his humanity. Victor's ambition is more than curiosity. It's the most dangerous delusion of mankind because when curiosity is filled by passion and ego, it becomes a power that destroys everything it touches. Like the quote that says, ambition without morality leads only to destruction. In Frankenstein, ambition strips Victor of his humanity, turning him from a seeker of knowledge into a man willing to sacrifice morality itself. From a creator, he becomes a slave to the thing he made. Through this, Mary Shelley warns us that when humans chase power and knowledge without moral reflection, what we create may not only hurt others, but may come back to destroy ourselves. Victor's rebellion against nature didn't appear out of nowhere. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein as a mirror to reflect and challenge the ideals of her era. The Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution, a time when people believed that science could explain everything. In the late 18th and early 19th, two Italian scientists made headlines across Europe. The first was Luigi Galvani from Italy. He discovered animal electricity, the idea that electricity could make muscles move. This became known as galvanism, the study of using electricity to reanimate living tissues. Later, his nephew, Giovanni Aldini, took it further. He used electricity not on animals, but on human corpses. In London, during a shocking public demonstration, the dead man's face twitched. His jaw clenched, his arms and legs jerked violently, and people across Europe gasped, asking, can humans truly bring the dead back to life? These experiments became a crucial inspiration for Mary Shelley. Frankenstein became a mirror of the Enlightenment, but reflected from the dark side, showing what happens when science forgets its heart.
I wasn't there during their time, but I've seen their effects. I've seen the belief that humans can control nature, and I want to warn that such power can come back to destroy us.
What makes Frankenstein truly extraordinary is that it's not just a horror story, it's one of the world's first works of science fiction, blending real scientific knowledge with human emotion and imagination. Mary Shelley built a bridge between the reason of the Enlightenment and the emotion of Romanticism, weaving in the dark, haunting beauty of Gothic literature that makes readers feel both fear and compassion at once. And to truly understand its power, we must look closer at the essence of the Gothic world that breathes life into her story. And when we talk about Gothic, it is a genre that blends horror with human emotion and spirituality. It emerged before Romantic era and often tells of our fear of the unknown, whether it be nature, technology, or the powers that humans themselves create. The hallmark of this genre lies in its dark, mysterious, and solitary mood, where beauty and horror coexist. It doesn't need ghosts or demons to be frightening. Instead, it explores the dark side of humanity, obsession, guilt, and the madness born from ambition. In Frankenstein, Mary Shelley uses the Gothic elements not just to frighten, but to dig deep into human psyche, to remind us that the most terrifying darkness may not come from outside, but from within ourselves. So, Frankenstein is not just a horror story, it's a reflection of human nature itself, our desire to play God, our fear of our own creation, and our warning that knowledge without morality leads only to destruction. By combining the science of the Enlightenment, the emotion of Romanticism, and the dark mystery of Gothic art, Mary Shelley created a masterpiece that remains alive even today.